What's up, guys? We're Tabletop Vibes, and today we're taking a look at Kavango Lodges Expansion by Mazaza Games.
It adds so much fun personality to the game.
It really does.
It essentially adds three main components that honestly feel like they were so well integrated in the game that I'm surprised they weren't there in the first place.
Yeah.
So the three main components are they add personal lodges, which we'll talk about in a little bit. They add community protection to the different spaces within your board. And they add a golden lodge, which we'll talk about as well.
Yeah, so if you've never played Kavango, Jason and I did another video a while back, so we'll put a link up here. But essentially what you're doing in this game is you are a conservationist, and essentially you are running your own conservation with a bunch of different animals, and they have different types. And then you're also trying to get grass, trees,
fish,
bugs. You're doing all these different tag systems to then be able to put these animals into your conservation. You also have a sanctuary where you can store your animals until you get a high enough protection against poaching. And so there's just all these different elements. We're not going to go into all of it, so go watch our other video. But today we're talking about the Lodges expansion, and honestly, it's awesome. So why don't you talk about Lodges?
Yeah, so the personal lodges, you get dealt out at the start of the game 3 of each of these 3 different levels of difficulty of lodge, and you get to keep 2 of them. So you've got these total of these 6 lodge objectives, basically. Now, how to complete a lodge is that you are going to be looking for the tag symbols on the lodge objective card, and you are going to have to make sure that those 4 animals are in a 4-up grid on your board. And so if you have those 4 animals pictured on your objective card in those 4 spaces, then you get to place a lodge right in the middle of those 4, and it locks those animals in place. Because one of the nice things is that these can overlap. I had 2 animals with the wildebeest symbol on it, and so I was able to reuse those from one lodge objective to another because they were right next to each other.
And as Steven was synergizing his conservation, mine was lacking. And I was having a hard time getting my animals in the same grid formation. And the thing is really cool is you can move your animals around until you put a lodge down, which then locks them into place. There's level 1, 2, and 3 lodges. Each lodge is going to be worth 8 points at the end of the game.
Which is huge.
A lot. And then when you put a level 1 lodge down, you get $1 back.
Yeah.
And 2 and 3.
Exactly.
And then the really awesome one that I really liked is the golden lodges.
Ooh,
and so these are a community, like everybody on the table can then participate or race to get these golden lodges. And they work the same way as a personal lodge, but the tags that you need to get and the animals you need to have like side by side are like really hard stuff. So like one of them was like 2 rodents and 2 eagle symbols, right? But like rodents come out in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And the eagles come out at like around 2 or 3 of the game. So if you're not planning for one and you stumble upon the other, doesn't mesh.
Those Golden Lodge cards, there's a couple of them to choose from, and you can kind of work towards any one of them. So you're not pigeonholed into like, oh, I've got this one thing. None of those animals are coming out on my board. I guess I'm not going to get the Golden Lodge.
But if you lock your animals into your personal lodge and it doesn't align with the Golden Lodge, you got to start all back over on trying to get those animals that you need, which happened to me.
Yeah, which again, to be eligible to collect that Golden Lodge, it's not easy to do. You don't just have to have the animals in the configuration listed on the Golden Lodge card, but the point values on all the animals have to add up to the value on the Golden Lodge card. So it's just that extra layer of difficulty to fulfill that objective.
Right, and adding these into the game is a seamless, flawless, like add in, like Steven said earlier, it already feels like it's been here the entire time, or it just feels normal to add them. They're not hard to learn, and you can actually add them independently of each other, but you might as well just put all of them in because it is a blast. And it does add just another awesome level of like strategy. It adds a little bit more AP, I would say, because you have like the conservation projects that you're trying to get. You have your lodges you're trying to get. You're trying to go after the Golden Lodge. So you're trying to look at different animals. You're trying to build up your protection and poaching. All these different factors just makes the game awesome.
Yeah, the additional complexity was welcomed.
Yes. And then the last part is
the community protection.
This is cool.
At the beginning of the game, you are going to set up these community protection tokens on your board such that there are certain parts of your play area that are locked out. You could think of it like they belong to the community, and in order to be able to expand your preserve into that area, you need to pay for that. And so you can pay money to unlock those spaces on your board, which temporarily go into your possession. But then what's cool is that you can then reinvest back into the community. Cool. They turn into like solar panels that you can place on other spaces that are on your board and still have community protection tokens on them.
Make money.
Then that money comes back to you. So it's a zero-sum thing, but it does help to have a little bit of that extra strategy of, I, for instance, was blocked from being able to build something that would have gotten me an insane amount of points because I still had a community protection token there. So I just had run out of money. So sometimes that's the way it goes.
He didn't handle his zoo well. Or his conservation, which he ends up winning. He still won. But yeah, it is really cool because there's another choice on like what you're trying to juggle and do. It just makes it a really great time. So it's super fun. It's a blast. It's coming to Kickstarter super soon, so keep a lookout for it. The link will be in our bio. Like, subscribe, and comment on your favorite animal. I'm gonna go with tiger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with panda.
Hey.
Not just because of your shirt.
Yeah, well. But yeah, let us know. And also, if you like what you see, consider joining our Patreon. We'd love to have you, and you can get some insider information on what's coming up next for Tabletop Vibes, and or maybe talk to us and hang out with us for a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, this has been Kavango, the Lodge Expansion. Get it? Get wild.
Yeah.
For Tabletop Vibes.
Check you next time.